have no idea where these drones come from, who owns them. We should be doing some very urgent intelligence analysis and take them out of the skies, especially if they're flying over airports or military bases. We should be shot down if necessary.
I'm concerned. I issued a letter to ask for more information, and I think there should be a lot more transparency about them.
Are you hearing from constituents?
Yes, I am. And elected leaders. It's allowing a lot of potentially misinformation to spread, or at least fear. We should know what's going on over our skies, and I've asked for a lot more information.
It's a bit embarrassing. I mean, I think the real issue is, let's assume that this is innocuous, but look how vulnerable it presents us. You know, if we're allowing a major population center to have 4 weeks of drones in overflight and dozens of sightings in a given 24-hour period, what if that was occurring in every major city? You know, and what would prevent it?
Here at an airport in eastern Poland, a new major show of American force designed to deter Russian aggression. 2 Patriot missile batteries, among the most sophisticated air defense systems on the planet. For security reasons, we've been asked not to name the battery commander or show his face.
So what capability does this have?
All of these missiles are designed to defeat tactical ballistic missiles, designed to defeat cruise-type missiles, as well as aircraft.
Defeat threats by shooting them out of the sky.
If the missile is intentional or it's just an errant missile, what can this do?
Regardless of intentional or accidental, the system actually does not have a means of discriminating against those. It identifies threats, and we have the ability of defeating those threats.
In 2020, a Navy ship used its laser weapon system to shoot down a flying drone nearby. This is part of the Navy's plan to deal with air threats at sea. The Navy said in a news release that the amphibious transport dock ship Portland successfully disabled an unmanned aerial vehicle while it was in the air during a test at sea on May 16.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
Sir, the FBI and our Newark field office, along with the state and local partners there, the Bureau is actively investigating the situation you mentioned, just the unexplained sighting of drone activity over that part of New Jersey. We do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that, of one or more people that are responsible for those drone flights. But we're actively investigating. It is concerning.
Is the public at risk? Is public safety at risk? Are we concerned that there are nefarious intentions that could cause either national security or a public safety incident that would put Americans at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that, but we just don't know, and that's the concerning part.
Okay, so either we are unable to or unwilling to get better footage of these car-sized drones flying all over New Jersey. It is wild to me that we are still 2-3 weeks into this and no one has better footage of these things. It's all shaky iPhone videos.
Okay,
what are we looking at here?
This is the remnants of a star that has died. The sun will have a fate such as this, where at the end its outer layers of gas will escape into space and slowly drift away. It makes for spectacular, beautiful imagery. We are looking past several stars sitting on our nose in our own Milky Way galaxy. These are the spiked objects that are here. Ignore them.
Okay.
They're just in the way.
Okay.
All right? What we're actually looking towards is a galaxy cluster halfway to the edge of the universe.
Okay.
And it has a very strong gravitational field surrounding it. Meanwhile, galaxies behind it, these that are curved into arc shapes, they're light passing through the universe, minding its own business. It sees this distortion in the fabric of space and time, and it curves in response to it.
But we just don't know.
Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
Well, they aren't, when they're doing whatever they're doing, they aren't really moving particularly fast. I can't estimate speed, but they're not like, oh man, that was rocketing across the sky. They're going very methodically with a plan. And you can see that. You can see that they aren't just whizzing around, there are people that have drones and they just fly willy-nilly, so to speak. These are very methodical in their flight path, and it looks very planned. 11 drones, it's been admitted now, 11 drones have gone over Picatinny Arsenal, which is about 5 miles from here in a direct line. Those drones should have been blown out of the sky. Why are we putting up with this? Picatinny Arsenal is a weapons development center. Okay, it's a high-tech place. It's in a rural area, it's beautiful, but it's a high-tech place. If you're the bad guys, you want to know what's going on at Picatinny. I don't know why they even put up with letting them go over like that. And then my understanding, Langley and then several other bases in New Jersey, they're doing that. What I don't really understand is the testimony from the FBI today. He said, well, the FAA has rules about what we can do and how we can engage these drones. Well, what is the FAA going to come and arrest the FBI if they take care of the little business? I mean, give me a break. These things can be brought down, and I've been saying this all week. These drones have a battery life. They have to come back to the Earth at some point, and somebody's controlling them. Just follow them to where they're going. Now, I know they're saying, oh, they go dark. Well, we have high tech. We have night vision. We have tracking devices. We can track onto one of these drones in a helicopter and follow it anywhere it goes. Even if it goes dark, you can follow it. So we have extreme technology in our military. They need to go do that.
But we just don't know.
But I'm a little disappointed that given that we have a nearly $1 trillion budget for the Pentagon, that nobody knows what these things are. Now I'm worried about national security.
Elizabeth, I got to be honest here. When this story first came out a few weeks ago, as a resident of New Jersey, as a journalist, I didn't pay it much credence. I thought it would turn out to be a bunch of pranksters and this would all be over by now. The experience I had last night, however, changed the way I feel about this story completely. What I saw was more sophisticated than I ever imagined. Take a look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 lights, 6 lights.
I didn't believe what I was seeing. But what was I seeing? We're here in central Jersey. We've been looking for the past hour. I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones. In fact, there's one over my shoulder right there. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky. If you look real close, they look like fixed-wing aircraft, about 8 to 10 feet wide, colorful, white blinking lights.
That is not a plane.
Definitely not an airplane, but what was it? Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones.
Why do you think that is? We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
Something they hadn't experienced until now. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer?
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat, and they reported seeing 13 following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
I see one right here. Did I see the same thing that officer saw? I'm still not sure. What I can show you is this video. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before.
But we just don't know. I'm not talking about this. The problem is they bringing this now to create a diversion. Yeah, like, look at this and don't look what we are fucking doing there. That's kind of shady.
Okay.
They are shady as fuck.
Well, yeah, the government's not honest.
So they're bringing it now, and now Mexico talking about this too. I believe that's true, bro. I believe Area 51 is true. All this shit is true, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But why they're bringing this now? And like, okay, people need to know this now. Because they are doing shady shit with the money, right?
It's like strike and deflect. Like, look here, but we're doing it
don't
over
look,
here.
and we are going behind like this
Shiny
is like Dave the
objects.
Copperfield shit. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Watch here.
Look
Oh, it's an illusion. 100%, dude. They're doing the Copperfield.
Copperfield move.